marginal costing. Cost on the basis of behavior are of three types: variable cost, fixed cost, and semi-variable cost. Variable cost means those costs which are going to change according to output. Let us take an example. Suppose for example I am a manufacturer of a shirt. To manufacture a shirt we require cloth. Suppose to manufacture one shirt we require 1 meter of cloth, and the cost of 1 meter of cloth is 100 rupees. So if I manufacture one shirt, the cost incurred will be 100 rupees. Suppose if I manufacture two shirts, the cost incurred will be 200 rupees. If I manufacture three shirts, it will be 300 rupees, and so on. So if you observe here, when the output increases, the cost is also increasing, and when the output decreases, the cost is also decreasing. Those types of cost which are going to increase or decrease according to output are called as variable cost. Variable cost means those costs which are going to change according to output, and per unit it should be constant. Per unit it should be constant. It means here to manufacture one shirt, cost incurred will be 100 rupees. To manufacture two shirts, the cost incurred is 200. To manufacture three shirts, the cost incurred is 300. 100 rupees for one shirt, 200 rupees for two shirts. So again per unit it is 100 rupees. Here per unit is 100 rupees. 300 for three shirts. So per unit again it is 100 rupees. So variable cost means those costs which are going to change according to output, and per unit it should be constant. Next, fixed cost. Fixed cost means those costs which are not going to change according to output. Fixed cost means those costs which are not going to change according to output. Let us take an example. Suppose I am conducting classes. In a classroom, and for that classroom we are paying a rent of 10,000 rupees per month. Suppose in a month only one student enrolls for the classes. So how much is the rent I need to pay to the landlord is 10,000 rupees. Suppose two students registered, again it will be 10,000 rupees. Three students, 10,000 rupees. Four students, again it will be 10,000 rupees. Suppose the capacity of this classroom is 50 students. Means at a time 50 students can sit in the classroom. Fixed cost means those costs which are not going to change according to output only till 100% capacity. Once it crosses 100% capacity, then the cost is going to change. What does that mean? Let us suppose one student enroll for a month, then we need to pay rent of 10,000 rupees. If it is 10 students, again it will be 10,000 rupees. If it is 40 students, again it will be 10,000 rupees. Suppose if it is 49 students, again it will be 10,000 rupees. Suppose if it is 55 students, then we could not be able to accommodate all these 50 students in a single classroom. Then we need to go for a bigger classroom where we need to pay bigger rent. Means we need to pay more rent, where the rent is going to increase or decrease. So fixed cost means those costs which are not going to change according to output, but only till 100% capacity. Till 100% capacity is not going to change. Once it crosses 100% capacity, then the rent is going to change. That is, fixed cost is going to change. Next, semi-variable cost. Semi-variable cost means those costs where some part of the cost is variable in nature and the other part is fixed in nature. Semi-variable cost means those costs where some part of it is variable in nature and some part of it is fixed in nature. Let us take an example. The best example is telephone bill. The basic landline telephone bill. Suppose two customers are there, customer 1 and customer 2, who are using this telephone facility. Suppose customer A has made 500 calls and customer 2 has made 700 calls. Suppose if we observe in the bill, two kind of charges they are going to charge. One is rent charges and the other one is call charges. Rent charges are those charges which are going to be fixed irrespective of number of calls made. Let it be 1 call, let it be 20 call, or let it be 50 call, or let it be 0 calls. The rent charges will be charged for all the customers. Let us take an example. The rent charges is 100 rupees, 100 rupees. So rent charges you need to pay irrespective of number of calls made. So we can call it as fixed cost because this is not going to change according to the output. Let the output be 0 or let it be output be 500 calls or 700 calls. Anyhow, we need to pay cost of 100 rupees in all the cases. Next, call charges. Let us take call charges as rupees 1 per call. Rupees 1 per call. So customer 1 has made 500 calls, so call charges will be here 500 rupees. Customer 2 has made 700 calls, so here call charges will be 700 rupees. So total bill amount is here 600 rupees for customer 1 and 800 rupees for customer 2. Now if you observe over here, whatever the cost we have got, that is 600 rupees, 800 rupees, it is not a variable cost, it is not a fixed cost, it is a semi-variable cost. Why? Because in this 600 rupees, some part is fixed in nature and some part is variable in nature, which is going to change according to the number of calls made. First thing is